Don't
Hold
say
on,
anything
the
that will
ad is
embarrass you
still
on the
going.
internet. Like, don't talk about your Pinkie Pie underwear.
I won't. I won't. But can I talk about your Pinkie Pie underwear?
I told you not to. Why would you tell them? I already hit the record button too. I can't tell if the game is I think the game is slightly choppy for me too. Like on my end, not in the stream.
On my end, it looks pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Actually,
How
how many people are even watching this?
One.
And that would be me.
No, actually, it's just me. I'm watching you while I'm playing it.
Oh, hold on. Shit. I fucked up. Here, I'm unfucking up right now.
Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
like just choppy enough that it's gonna actually drive me completely insane. Maybe my computer's not suited to stream this game. I don't know. I don't think there's also anything I could do about that, is there? Freeze frames? What's a freeze frame in this game?
I mean, I can see your thing, and it looks pretty good.
Okay.
It's
Also-
it's like you can't.
And
Like,
like,
it doesn't have any.
Hmm?
Doesn't have anything I wouldn't expect in a stream.
I like how I also am like, okay, I'm gonna start. Aw. It's always the scorpions. I like how I said that, like, okay, gotta be professional about this now that we started streaming, and just complaining about the choppiness and trying to wonder like how to fix this. But it's like that's not very professional at all, is it? Yeah. It's just choppy enough that I think I'll actually be okay, and if I just get used to it, I don't think I'll be bothered.
I don't think it's gonna cause any of these lovely audience members to want to shoot you or anything.
You mean you?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I hope you wouldn't shoot me.
I wouldn't unless there was enough money involved to where you would even agree that it was a good idea.
No, I would or wouldn't.
You would. Like if somebody said, "I'll give you $1 million, but you have to shoot Matt," I'd shoot
Shoot
you.
me to kill or shoot me, like, in the foot?
Oh, in like the foot.
Oh yeah, no, if someone told you they'd give you $1 million to shoot me in the foot, I would call you an idiot to not take it.
Yeah, actually, same here. If somebody offers you $1 million to shoot me in the foot, do it.
I feel like we've had this conversation before.
I think it's because it was kind of I think it was mutually agreed upon earlier.
Yeah,
Like, I think it's an unspoken rule, now spoken.
I mean, I don't need my foot that bad.
I mean,
I do want a little bit of the money, maybe, but even
oh yeah, of course. I'd buy you like a high-tech gaming computers. I'd buy you multiple computers.
I mean, even if you didn't share the money, it's still like, well, you're gonna buy me something as a gift one day, probably, and not even think about it. And then it's like,
Oh yeah,
stupid idiot buying me presents because he has all this money, not realizing that's my blood money.
oh yeah. There's actually this game Postal 2 that I think you'd really like.
I knew you were gonna go there. I can't believe you like Postal 2 still.
I seriously think you should try it out.
I just die on 1-1. Ugh.
It's a very cheap game. I think it's well worth it. I
Time
will
isn't
buy
cheap
it.
though, and it's gonna take me my time of my life to play it. So, there are a couple rules about me. You know, I like snakes, and I hate scorpions. This is a big reason why I hate scorpions, because of this game.
Man, I had like a weird fear of scorpions as a kid.
It's not weird. Scorpions are just horrible. So, this game has multiple characters. One of the characters is, who I'm playing as, who is Horror, who is basically the only character I play as. I've never actually beaten this game. It's a roguelike, like Binding of Isaac, where you can play it a billion times. So... yeah, this is Horror, who is like a little radioactive dog creature. Which one of these skills do I have? So one of his perks of playing as him is when you beat a level, if you get enough of those green bits, you level up and get a perk. So I can pick from 5 perks. If I was playing as anyone except for Horror, I can only pick from 4 perks. So, also Horror's secondary fire is those green bits I pick up. Where is it? Oh, so on the far left, you see that little like canister that has the number 3 and has a little bit of that green stuff in it. So that's my level up meter, my experience meter, and I can use left or right click to fire the experience I've picked up as bullets, like I just did, and it does damage to enemies, and it gets stronger over time, like the longer I hold down the button. But the thing is, it is my experience I'm shooting, so if I miss, then I just lose that experience. But if I hit it, then the enemy absorbs it, and I can get it back after the enemy's dead.
You know why roguelike games are called roguelike?
Because there was a game called Rogue.
Yeah.
So, I hear that the game's not actually that much like any game called roguelike.
Yeah, but it's like, when you say something is roguelike, you're literally saying it's like Rogue.
Yeah. Which is weird that it's called that when... I think the only thing that any of these games have in common with Rogue is literally just the, if you die, you lose your stuff or something.
Yeah. It's like seemingly infinite levels.
Yeah. So...
Is this procedurally generated, or are these made by humans?
Pretty sure this is procedurally generated. So, yeah, I really like Horror. This 5th perk is something I don't really think about much, but when I actually play as anyone but him, it is really weird to not have. It's really nice having the... Also, my experience laser that I can shoot, the green laser, if I shoot an enemy's bullet with it, then it just destroys the bullet. So, it's also really nice, yeah, if I'm getting bombarded by bullets, I can just use that. So there's a lot of benefits to it. There's also a character called Plant, who moves faster than all the other characters, and can shoot a snare, which will it will slow down any enemies touching it by a lot. There's Crystal, who has more health, but and her ability is that she can shield temporarily, allowing her to be immune to most damage, most bullets. I think explosions might still hurt her, though. And just, yeah, there's a handful of characters. They're all very nice. The best character in the game is Melting, who, when I die this time, I'll switch to Melting so you can see him. Melting is one of my waifus, just so you know. Something wrong?
No. I giggled.
Oh. Why are you giggling, bro? Is there a problem with Melting being my waifu? What, you're trying to start something here?
I think that's a funny word.
Melting or waifu?
waifu.
I mean, you're not wrong, actually. Also, there are a bunch of different weapons, because that's what this stuff in the corner is, are the ammunitions. So there are melee weapons, which is what I've been using the most of, is a wrench. There's a screwdriver, right here, which I'll pick up. So the screwdriver has a smaller range than the wrench. And the wrench can reflect the round red bullets, but cannot reflect the Scorpion's green bullets, so they just get destroyed. The screwdriver, which is faster, cannot reflect any bullets, so it just destroys all bullets it touches.
Man, imagine if scorpions in real life could shoot projectiles.
And
That would be the worst.
not wrong. There's also laser weapons, like this laser pistol. Oh. It's really cool using a melee weapon in this game, like the wrench, and just reflecting a bunch of bullets back at the enemies that shoot them. It's really nice. It really makes melee worthwhile in this game. So if you notice, I have a really bad habit of not using the rad beam enough. The experience beam. So yeah, like I said, only melting can use the rad beam, but I just don't use it very much because I'm horrible at games like that.
Okay, there you are when you were initially showing it to me, because you gotta understand that the stream is like a minute behind or something.
Yeah, no, that's normal.
That's a property of streaming.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, these sniper guys, they're little robots. When they're killed, they explode, and they've killed me twice now. So who was I gonna show? Melting? Yeah, this is Melting. This is my waifu. She has less max HP, but she gets more experience. And her ability is that when she kills an enemy, I can right-click to make their corpse explode. Also, Melting, it might be a he, but I was told she was a she at one point. And even if it's a he, he's still my waifu, so I don't care.
I mean, can I stick my dick in it or not? That's the point.
Yeah, basically.
What it comes down to.
So what's really cool is, yeah, any corpse of an enemy, I can right-click to just make them pop. And also this cactus can make that pop too. So it doesn't even need to be an enemy. It's literally anything that can be destroyed. I don't think the treasure chest count, but that counts. That pile of bones. It's really nice too, because the thing that all those maggots come out of, I can blow that up and then just instantly kill all the maggots. Also, the perks, I feel like there aren't as many perks as I would like. But the ones that are there, they're some pretty good ones. Like I got Gamma Guts just now, which means that I basically have contact damage. So if an enemy touches me, I hurt them. But if the enemy has contact damage, then they will also contact damage me as well. So scorpions have contact damage. So scorpions are always bad news. Like right now, if I was horror, I would have a 5th choice, because I don't like any of these choices, because long arms increases my melee range, but I don't have a melee weapon. Lucky shot means that some kills regenerate ammo, but it's random ammo, so I might get explosives ammo, even though I only have a revolver. Recycle gland means that when I shoot someone with a bullet, then I might get that bullet back. And strong spirit means that it prevents death once, so when I would die, instead of dying, I would get all my health back. And if I do complete that level, I get it back in the next level. So I guess I'm gonna get Recycle Gland. Strong Spirit's actually pretty good, especially if you're playing as Horror, who only has 2 HP, meaning that most everything will kill you instantly. The only thing that will not kill you instantly are the little maggots. But, I'm not a wimp, so I can't use that.
You're just like a shrimp sandwich.
What? Shrimp sandwich?
Did you ever see that that ad for MailChimp? Mail shrimp.
Mail
It
shrimp?
was the singing shrimp sandwich.
No, I'm afraid I didn't. My eyes got a little dry for a second, so I went to blink, and I almost got hit by that bullet, and that would have killed me instantly. Because unlike every other character in this whole game, Horror cannot take a single bullet. Unless you get one of the skills that will increase her max HP. But like I said, yeah, I'm not a shrimp sandwich or a wimp or whatever. So nothing like that. Also, the exploding corpses. If you explode a corpse while a bullet is over that corpse, exploding the corpse will destroy the bullet. So horror or melting actually has one of the best skills. Because remember, horror skill will take some of the experience up here. But melting skill is just infinite use as long as there's a corpse on the field.
Actually, why are these games called roguelike and not Gauntlet-like?
Is Gauntlet a game? Or is it just...
Gauntlet is a game where you go through these mazes.
Oh, I just remembered that. So remember, I have Gamma Guts, meaning I have contact damage. So these rats normally can instant kill me. But I can just walk into them because I have Gamma Guts. And my contact damage will hit them before their contact damage hits me. And they will basically be killed instantly. Now the problem is, if I'm standing still and they run into me, it will kill me. But if I run into them, then they will not kill me. Also, there was a bullet behind one of the rats that just killed me, so... Scorpions! You should have seen me back in my vigorful youth whenever I fought these scorpions. I would yell out in rage whenever they would kill me. I've mellowed out in my old age though, so...
Yeah, you know, you mentioned these characters having contact damage, and I think characters in video games that don't have contact damage are really fun because you can just go up to them, and as long as you can avoid their attacks, you can just be right up on them.
Yeah, not every enemy in this game has contact damage. Just like you only have...
That's actually how I was able to beat Postal 2.
These dudes, these like Tusken Raider sort of dudes, they don't have contact damage. So if you notice, I just was running around in their little group, and as long as they don't shoot me, they can't hurt me. But it's really risky, because if they shoot me at point-blank range, then of course I can't dodge it. Scorpions have contact damage. So, that canister right there was full of green worms, meaning I'm pretty sure that they would have given me... They give me more experience than a normal canister, but I do have to kill all the maggots. But because I'm melting, you didn't even notice the maggots, because as soon as I destroyed the canister, I blew up the canister and killed all the maggots immediately. So right now I have a shotgun, which is my favorite weapon in this game. Any of the shotguns, I almost just died. What's great about the shotgun is when it's shot at point blank range, the bullets do more damage. Like if the bullets make contact within like a second of them being fired, then they'll do more damage. But also, if you notice, the bullets bounce off walls, which is really what I love about it. So if they bounce off a wall, then they probably already missed their opportunity of doing max damage. But I mean, they bounce off walls, so I don't care if it does less damage if it's bouncing off a wall and hitting something that I wouldn't have hit otherwise. Oh, if I ran out of bullets. I mean shells. So yeah, I didn't really like this game at first because this was another game that I got in early access. I don't normally like getting games in early access. So, when I first got this game, I wasn't really super into it. But then my friend Will got into this game, and you know, people have pointed out how whenever I say Will, whenever I talk about Will, I'm like, my friend Will. And then they say that that's really weird, because normally people wouldn't say, my friend Will. Most people would just say Will. It reminds me of The Room. Did you ever see The Room?
No, but I've seen the Nostalgia Critic cover The Room.
I figured. So, I Hate Everything is someone who I watch, and
Yeah,
he
I'm
covered it.
familiar with him.
What was that?
Yeah, I know I Hate Everything.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He
Advertising.
hates everything.
He does. And
He hates every solitary thing.
I can respect that.
If it is a thing, then he hates it.
So, also I just got Throne Butt, which makes characters' special skills better. So like my corpse explosions are now bigger and do more damage. Man, that was cool. So I Hate Everything mentions how the characters in the room talk about each other like, my wife, in a way that's really detached, as if, or like, no, he said something like, Jerry is my friend, I can't betray Jerry, in a way that was just really detached and weird, you know, that most people wouldn't do. And then I realized, like, you know, that's what I do with Will, and I think that's funny.
I think I do it. I think I do it to you as well. I think I always refer to you as my friend Matt. I think it is because we're socially awkward, and ergo, instead of knowing how to be social, we're just kind of going through the steps of being social.
We're always trying to learn. So if you notice right there, I did my corpse explosion as the same moment I got hit with that bullet. So if only I was a second quicker, I wouldn't have died right there. So
Yeah, that's like the worst thing. Hey, I should probably get off.
yeah, I figured.
But it was really great to chat with you, and one of these evenings I'm going to or I'm going to be able to do a full stream with you.
Yeah. I didn't really plan for this to be a super long stream. I just wanted to show you the game, so at some point,
Yeah, that's awesome.
At some point, yeah, we should get you this game, and then I can show you how to get the multiplayer mod, and we can stream this together.
Awesome. Although actually, before I get off, I did want to ask you about Postal 2.
Okay, and that's the end of the stream. Good night, everybody.